Now, you guys know that I love found footage. I'm a big fan of the subgenre, and recently I've been wanting to watch the hell out of it. So I was looking through my collection, and I came across Murder, Death, Koreatown, which someone sent me not too long ago, and I was like, oh shit, alright, fine. I'm going to finally pop this thing in and see if it's worth any kind of attention here. And no, I don't think that it is. So this is a bootleg edition because it's really trying to sell that it's a real thing, and it also has like a purist mode. It says a found footage purist mode, which is the one without music in it, which I found to be kind of hilarious because I thought the music was like the only good thing about this movie. Now, this film is fairly ambitious with what it's trying to achieve in the end. Like when you go for an ending like this, which don't make it seem like something big happens at the end. It does not. I'm just saying, like what they're trying to pull off with the story and how it wraps up, I was like, okay, but here's your issue. This is the biggest issue, by far. The cameraman, the narrator, basically, who you never see, he's behind the camera, is the most annoying character ever. Oh my God. And I'm truly not trying to be hyperbolic there. Like, it's up there. It's up there with one of the more annoying characters I've ever listened to in my life. Just the whininess, all of his dialogue, the acting, even though you can't see the guy, it's poor. And the acting in front of the camera from pretty much everybody is dreadful. So the whole, like, realism thing almost instantly goes out the door. You know, because that's what found footage is trying to sell you on, right? Is the believability, the reality of it. It's the POV shot. Now, this is about a guy who's investigating a murder in his town. He thinks it's, you know, on him to get a camera. He's going to make his movie. He's going to investigate this. He's going to make a little documentary about a murder in his town. And then he starts thinking he's seeing signs, and these signs must be coming from the afterlife. And the whole thing basically kind of relies on him having this dream and waking up, and then him finding these signs that match his dream. So he's like, this is crazy, this is crazy, this is just like losing my dream, and whatever, and so forth. So forth. He goes to like psychic mediums, and he gets translators to follow him around to try to read these these messages up there because he doesn't speak Korean. And he just kind of goes down this dark path trying to solve this murder because he thinks these people, like this spirit is like, you know, trying to call out to him, like, help me, I'm going to leave you all these signs. And then when the ending happens, I saw it, you know, kind of coming from a mile away because the whole film kind of builds up to that. And it ain't some big climatic ending. No. You know, you'll be able to figure it out if you're watching this. And I like the attempt at that kind of conclusion. I just think it can't be sold properly because of our lead actor here, the guy behind the camera, talking the whole time. You're so annoyed with him. You want it to stop so bad that you basically stop caring. You basically, you know, become completely uninvested in what's going on. So if he could have been stronger, had the dialogue been tightened up and more interesting, I think this could have been successful because I like what they're going for. And yes, I definitely got what they were going for. And I guess technically they did do what they were setting out to do as far as, like, they got the story told from beginning to end, and I got what they were going for, so it was successful in that way, but it wasn't impactful in any way. So it just didn't land. you know, if you got it across, it's still got to resonate. It's still got to work, and it just didn't at all for me. And I really do. I blame that almost solely. Now, all the other actors in the film are pretty terrible, to be honest. But we spend the lion's share of the time with our main character, right? Our main guy who's talking throughout. And whether it's the, you know, the psychic medium or the translator or his girlfriend or the homeless guy or whatever, these people are in it for cumulatively like a couple minutes each, like very little. So he's talking throughout. And we don't we don't see his performance. We're supposed to just hear it, but my God, does it not sell at all? You like instantly want it to stop. And that killed the film. That just killed this film for me. But yeah, you know, I do feel like films like this though are what give the found footage subgenre a bad name, because this very much does feel like a guy who had a camera and was like, fuck it. He had a decent idea though. At least he went off of a decent idea that, if done properly, could have worked. So I like the ambition. I like the try. But I do feel like because of a film like this not being successful, in my eyes, there's people out there are going to like it, and that's fine. But because it wasn't successful, and I don't think it's going to be successful for most, and it is so low budget, and it is so poorly acted, I think it kind of like hurts the subgenre as a whole. People watch this stuff and they're like, this is why I hate found footage. And it's like, don't do that to found footage. Found footage can be great. Even with shitty acting. I mean, Fear Footage Part 2 is the perfect example of acting that's basically atrocious the entire time, but the film still fully works in every other way, so it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as you can elevate the rest of the elements within the film, the bad acting, because you're low budget and you can't afford, like, trained actors, and you just kind of go get your friends. At least in the Fear Footage, they came up with creative, clever, scary ideas and executed them properly, so you kind of are willing to look past the bad acting. This one is just bad acting, you know, no proper execution of things, does not land the ending at all what it's going for, but I appreciate the ambition. I obviously am not recommending this in the slightest, and yeah, I mean, thank you for sending this to me, I suppose. I don't know. I'll definitely never be watching it again. But, yeah. Does anybody want it? You want me to send you a copy of Murder, Death, Koreatown? It's all yours. Alright, anyways.